What's up, Dirty Cones? So, it's been an interesting day for conversations and things, and I had some enlightening thoughts I'd like to share with you. So first off, I don't know if you guys know this, but they say that the smart man knows that he knows nothing. Watch this. Alright, I'm 12 years old, and I like jumping in puddles. I know. If you don't like jumping in puddles, I don't know, there might be something wrong with you. Because, everybody likes jumping in puddles. I think. So anyway, long story short, I think it's a quote from Confucius, but he who knows that he knows nothing, knows everything. And, so I want to let you in on a secret. We're all going to die, and we're all fucked. That's it. That's the secret to life. Once you come to terms with those ideas that we're all going to die, and there's nothing you can do about it, you can just get on with your life and start living it and stop worrying. There's no reason to all these medications and things that prolong our lives, and but we're fat and worthless. They're not worthwhile. What makes life worthwhile is living life. So, and this isn't a conversation about people with money can buy drugs that other people can't afford, and it's about living your life and making it worthwhile, and just realizing that whether you do nothing or whether you do something, it doesn't really matter. But it's not totally pessimistic, but it does matter if you do something, and that you should do something, and that there's no reason for you not to do something. Yeah, you could do nothing with your life. You could work at 7-Eleven for the rest of your life and live in your mom's basement, and what have you hurt? Nothing. What have you not hurt, though? What have you not done that you were supposed to do? Why are we on this planet? If you think we're just here to collect money or to, I don't know, insert whatever worthless cause is out there, then hey, go for it, I guess. But if you think that you're here for a reason, figure out that reason and do something. Whether it's joining the military, or whether it's writing a book, or writing a bunch of books, or curing cancer, or whatever, so you just gotta get over yourself and be like, it doesn't matter, stars are matter, we are matter, but it doesn't matter. We're all gonna die. So, why not? What a moron. Went straight through the yield sign. But it doesn't matter. I'm not mad. I'm so used to San Antonio drivers at this point that it's like, whatever. But I feel better about it. Look at, 3 months ago when I started doing these videos and everybody cut me off, and I'm like, oh my god, dude, another one? And now I'm just like, whatever. Alright, doesn't matter. Keep on going. Because in the scheme of life, does that matter? And that was something interesting I heard this morning. They were talking about married couples, or they were talking about couples, period. And they come up with a mathematical equation to figure out how to, what makes a happy couple, and yada yada yada. And they had gotten to where 90% of the time they could pick, doing this math equation, if a couple was going to stay together or not, if they'd work out. And I found that very interesting. But the point of the story was that so couples who talked about stuff, so even the little things, well, they learned to tell the difference between the little things, and they learned what mattered. And if something mattered to them and it was important enough for them to talk about it and get it over with, versus going to sleep angry, or stewing about it, or not dealing with it, ignoring the problem. It's not going to go away. If you get married and you're not really a big fan of her family, or maybe she's not a fan of your friends. Amplify that by 100 in 10 years, because it's just going to get worse. And so you got to deal with things. You know, a lot of people don't try to ignore things. I mean, I'm a fan of. Well, I ignore small things. Big things, I think you need to nip in the bud, just like that thing said. But I mean, I'm just as guilty as everybody else of thinking, if I ignore this, it'll go away. You know, if you, whatever, it'll go away. It doesn't matter. And then, 2-3 weeks from now, I'm super duper angry about it because I've been stewing about it the entire time, and so that's not healthy. Then you get into blood pressure problems and heart problems, and people having heart attacks at 57 because they didn't deal with the stresses that were bothering them. So you need to live your life every day like you're gonna die. Not in total nihilism, but in creative. I don't know, we'll call it realist nihilism, and just do it. Doesn't matter. And I guess, so what happened this morning, I was privy to a number of conversations this morning, but there was a combat controller, Cone. He's been wanting to quit since last week, and we kind of knew that. And today he had he wasn't doing very well in the pool. But this kid looked like a straight up beat dog. Like his eyes were red, he was skittish. But this kid on land is a beast. He outran everybody by 5 minutes. They did this Viking workout. He was done 5 minutes before everybody else. They had a ruck. He was in front of everybody. Like, on land, he's awesome. But in the water, he turns to jello. And so I was trying to talk to him. I was explaining to him about breathing but he just kept going, well, if I don't make it, can I go be a TAC P? Can I go do this? I'm like, whoa, dude, you need to have plan A is to graduate. Plan B is to graduate. You start making these backup plans, where you're like, well, if I don't make it, can I do this? You're not going to make it because you're already prepared for failure. I mean, yeah, you can, I guess, be aware of a backup plan. I mean, there's nothing wrong with different COAs. It's courses of action. You should always have different COAs, but when it comes down to graduating INDOC, getting through CCSC, accomplishing your dreams, COA 1, 2, and 3 are graduate, graduate, graduate. Not, well, maybe I could do this, because you're not fully committed if you're doing that. And if you're not fully committed, you're not going to graduate, because that is the only way through any and all of these courses, is to be fully committed and to be disciplined enough to have that drive. You can't rely on motivation or luck, or maybe a little bit of luck, but for the most part it's got to be you, and it's got to come from inside of you, and you've got to drive it. So if someone hates you, make them hate you. Earn that hate. Somebody is like, oh, he's not gonna make it, prove that dude wrong. Be like, I swear to God, I think that's how I got through half of my life, was trying to prove somebody wrong, or show, you know what, you think, whatever, dude, watch this. And I would do it. And like I said, it's not the healthiest way of living your life, but hey, if it gets you through, who cares? So you just gotta drive through. Don't be scared, don't be worried. You wanna be worried? Keep a journal, put your fears in there, shut that book, leave it alone. Go talk to somebody, go talk to a counselor, let that stuff out. And then once you walk out that door, you leave that pain, that weakness behind, and you move forward and you make something happen. And so that's my message to you today, is just drive on, Like Churchill said, if you find that you're in hell, just keep moving. And then some country dude took it and put it into a song and totally bleh. But I guess that's his prerogative to destroy a good quote and turn it into a country song. I don't know. I like some country songs, but some of the songs, man, that's why a bunch of alcoholics, because country music's so sad. She took the dog, she took the motor home. So yeah, so don't let naysayers, and especially don't let yourself, who has the potential to be your worst naysayer, get to you. Just fuck it. We're all gonna die anyway, so who cares? And yep, that's my message for the day. So I hope you guys are doing good out there. Keep training hard. Also, please don't ask me for a rundown of everything. And if you have a question, make sure you've maybe watched a couple videos, because I've got kind of a couple people asking me. I'm like, well, you know, I made a video on how to tread, so why are you asking me this question that I already made a video of? And it's not that I don't mind answering questions, but I kind of made the videos so that way it could help you guys out, and I wouldn't have to 80 times say the same thing. So before you ask, there are dumb questions, and there are dumb people asking dumb questions. So before you become either one of those, make sure you've seen the videos, or at least peruse them and said, nah, I don't think he has answered this question, so I think I can ask it. Just because, I mean, you know, I got a job, so I got stuff to do, and I do this on my off time, so the least you could do is do a little homework before you ask for the answers to the tests. You know, get to a block to where you're like, I don't know the answer, before you're like, oh, look, this guy's giving out free answers, I'll just ask him. Because that's not what this is about. This is about helping, this is about mentoring, this is about showing you guys teamwork and that people care about you. But if I just give it to you, it's not gonna mean anything to you, and you're not gonna earn it. And probably won't make it anyway, because you're asking the wrong questions. And so make sure you're asking the right questions. So that's it for today. Hope you guys are having a good one. And there he goes. Bam! One of my favorite cones.